it's me, the Gigi. So if you saw last week's video, you'll come to find out that this week I'm going to be showing my TBR, which is to be read list. And I'm going to go through the list that I have on my phone, as well as books that I have with me on the side. Not all the books on my list I have, because maybe I'll buy it later or borrow it. And in total, I have 42 books on that list. So we're gonna go through all of them today. Let's do this. So most of the books that are on my list are from a series, so that's why it's a bit long. For example, the first on my list that I have here is from the Shadow Children series from Margaret Peterson Haddix. She created the 7-book series. The first one's Among the Hidden, Among the Imposters, Among the Betrayed. I know I'm counting like that. And then next is Among the Barons, and then Among the Brave, Among the Enemy, and then Among the Free. So in high school I read the first 3 books. Last week I borrowed the book and I finished it in 4 days, and I think that's the shortest I've finished a book. But I finished the 4th book last week, and this week I am on chapter 9 of Among the Brave. So the 2 that are left on my list are 6 and 7, which is Among the Enemy and then Among the Free. And if you're curious about the book, I'll just tell you a short summary of it. It's set in a world where food is so scarce that they created a law to where third children, like if you're the 3rd child, it's illegal for families to have 3rd children. They can only have up to 2. And so these 3rd children that we're following in the book series, they are in hiding and they're trying to survive. Some have fake identities. Some of them are in hiding inside their house. They can't go outside. They never experienced the outdoors. And so throughout the series, we're following a main character, but sometimes so far 2 books that I've read from the series have pinpointed to another 3rd child, and they're all connected. And yeah, it's so interesting. It's like mystery for me, and every page is just jaw-dropping. Next is, if you saw my last video, I said that I read Animal Crossing Volume 1. They have 9 out now, and I only read 1. So I want to read 2 to 9. And I have book 3 right here. But yeah, I don't want to skip, if that makes sense. I want to read book 2 and then 3. Yeah. Anyways, I dropped the book. Dropped it on the floor. The next book on my list is Beach Read by Emily Henry, and so many people have read the book and they've really loved it. For example, my favorite book YouTuber, Haley Pham, she read it and she loves Emily Henry books. And I never read an Emily Henry book, and I would love to. So that's one on my list. Next one, I actually have them right here with me. I have my stack up here. The next book is Wonder Woman Warbringer. I'm not good at pronouncing author names, but this book is a part of the DC Icons series, and I've read Superman Dawnbreaker, and it was really good. I noticed that the DC Icons, they're all these superheroes or anti-heroes who their origin story starts during their teen years. And I know so far that this book, Diana, she has friends, and I don't know how comic book accurate these are, but they're very interesting. And Wonder Woman is my favorite DC character, if you didn't know. It's called Happy People Are Annoying by Josh Peck. It was from Target, 30% off. Oh wait, you see? Oh, well, this sticker was on there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I didn't start it yet, but I don't even know much about it. I mean, the title is interesting, and then the face. Yeah. I'm excited to start that when I'm able to. I don't even know if I'll get through all of these. Most definitely not this year, but hopefully I get to put a dent in my TBR. I think I started it. I have a bookmark. It's Everyday Emotional Intelligence by Harvard Business Review. It says press, and then these are things. This book was, I don't know where this was from. This was a gift, and within the book there's a lot of writings in it, and someone highlighted whoever owned the book before. And yeah, this is not a library book though, obviously, but someone owned it before, and the bookmark that I chose to to save my place was this. I don't even think I even read it because I don't even remember anything about it, so I'm fine taking this out, but this was the bookmark. Next book that I have is Somewhere in the City by Alex Astor. I follow her Instagram, and I just find it so interesting. I love how the cover looks, and then the inside, and then the sides, like, what do you call this? Like this part, I like it. And I don't know. There are some books on this list that I just want to jump to, but I kind of want to go in order. I want to finish a series. I don't know, but if I, speechless. Anyways, next is another series from Alex Astor, the Like Lark series. I know that they're gonna make a movie based off of her book, and obviously I want to be one of those people who read the book before the movie. I did that once with The Hate U Give. I haven't even watched the movie yet still, but yeah, so her series is on my TBR, the whole thing. There's Light Lark, Night Bane, and Sky Shade. Yeah, those are the books that I want to get into. And then next on my list is from Haley Pham when she was reading books. I think it was a book that someone recommended to her, Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, right? I don't know why I made it so hard to pronounce, but yeah, I want to read that book. When she talked about it in her vlog, it was interesting to me and so intriguing, and it gave me some kind of vibe similar to Among the Hidden, and kind of just this mystery thing. And it reminded me of that one book where the kids are stuck on an island. I forgot what the book was called. I'll probably put it here if I remember. If not, I'll put a question mark. Next is actually a series 2, the book number 2 from a series, The Fifth Wave. This one's called The Infinite Sea. I want to read this one. I never even read book 1. I just watched the movie, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna skip ahead. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. This is the rest of the series, and I think I should go with this first, and then go here, and then. So I'm probably adding more books to my TBR. I said 42, now it's probably 44, 45. Next is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This was also from Haley Pham. And the next one is Billy Summers by Stephen King. Stephen King, I read his books before when I was in high school. I forgot which one though, but I know I read one. It's so familiar with his name up there. I already know. I read one. Next is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, which I think is a romance book, I believe. And then that's the first one, and the second one was One Golden Summer. I think that came out this year. and same author obviously. The cover looks so nice and beautiful. I would try to paint that. I'm not good in watercolor, but I would try to do watercolor. The next book on my list, which I was in the middle of reading, but I never finished, but I do remember the story. It's another DC Icons book, Catwoman, Soul Stealer by Sarah J. Maas. I know that I have other books on my TBR that she made. A Court of something. The Court series? I don't know what you call it. But yeah, this book so far, it's been really good. But this is the cool part here. That's so cool. They put Catwoman's emblem in the front of the book, and I find it so interesting. And I'm like in the middle of the book, but I still remember what's going on in the book. Trust me, I remember. Next on my list is The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley. Wibberley? Right? Okay. I think it was, what was it? Enemies to Lovers or Lovers to Enemies? I don't know. One of those things. And I never read a book like that. I'm kind of getting a taste of different genres and trying to find which one's my sweet spot. And I think I like a lot of different kinds. I'm not just one genre type of person. And I'm realizing that now as I'm looking at my stack and my list. I kind of went all over the place. It's very fantasy fiction, sometimes non-fiction. But anyways, the next is a series, the Hunger Games series. I have not yet read any of the Hunger Games. I watched the movies, and I know Sunrise on the Reaping is also on my list, but they're gonna have a movie next year, I believe. And I know that's Haymitch's story. Haymitch's story. His story. So the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and then a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then Sunrise on the Reaping. Those are all on my list. I know I touched the Hunger Games book when I was in middle school, but I didn't read it. Like I borrowed it, but I never read it. And it's hard to read it when you have stuff going on in between. So this is a perfect time to start reading some stuff. Next on my list is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I want to read that. That was one of the books that, again, Haley Pham read, and I think it was her second favorite book among all the Emily Henry books, and I would like to read that as well. Next is The Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. I don't know much about it, again, but it was a book from Haley Pham, and I want to read it too. Next on my list is Wicked. I watched the movie. I'm a movie to book person, but this is Wicked, the book. I know what people say online, like the differences with the book and the movie and stuff, and I'm prepared, I think. And I also want to, hopefully, if I finish this before the movie, the part 2 of Wicked movie comes out, hopefully I can put a dent in the whole series and like figure out what's gonna happen before. I don't even know if what I'm saying is accurate in the future. But yeah, this book, and then they have 3 others, I believe. Next on my list is the Sarah J. Maas books, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Silver Flames, A Court of Frost and Starlight. I know what the book is about generally. I know what it's about, kinda, I think. I don't even know if I know what it's about, kind of, I think. The next book that I have, what a twist. It's How Emotions Are Made. This book, I read a little bit. Probably gonna start it over. again because I don't remember. I don't know why I do this. Like, I start a book and then I forget to pick it up again. I really like the cover of this. This feels so rough and it's so nice. I like the colors. I like this. This was intriguing to me. Like, imagine just seeing this. I looked at the brain first before I read the title, and once I read the title, I was like, okay, this is mine. And this book is pretty lengthy. Oh, I guess I didn't start it. Oh no, I read the introduction. I always read the prologue, introduction, whatever's before chapter 1. Next on my list is a comic book, actually. It's Who is Wonder Woman. I know who she is, but you know, it's a comic book. Like, why not? And I think I have this paper inside. Oh, okay. This was my middle school project. It got a 100 on it. I traced this picture, and then when we went to school, I had to dress up like her. And I made an owl out of a toilet paper roll, and I put, like, I glued construction paper for the eyes. And then I also made a tree using a brown shoebox. I got a 100. I got a 100 on that. And I remember that clearly. I had to recite as if I was Athena, and we were learning about mythology and stuff, and everyone chose one, and I chose that one. But anyways, next on my list is Ryan Higa's How to Write Good. This book, last time I touched this was in middle school, and I barely made a dent on this book. It talks about his journey of when he was a YouTuber. This was when he was still doing YouTube. This book, I remember when he made a video on it and saying that he published a book, I automatically went the next day to get this book. I didn't even finish it. That's kind of sad. Last book on my list is When. It's spelled WH3N, and it's by Victoria Laurie. This book, I only read the first chapter in high school, and it's about a high school girl who has a hidden ability to see on the forehead of people, like, the day that they'll die and then the reason. And there's a classmate of hers whose date was very close by, and she was kind of curious as to why. And I think throughout the book she's trying to, it's either like a murder mystery or she's trying to keep the person from not dying, I guess, or maybe the person did die. I don't know, I didn't get that far. Yeah, and that's everything on my TBR. If there's any books that you think that I would like based off of my TBR, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and also tell me what else you'd like me to do on this channel. Thank you so much for all the views and all the likes. I see you. I see your comments. If you do comment, I will like it. Yeah, see you guys next week. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe.